That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair that Walmart's business plan involves taking my hard-earned tax dollars and using it to subsidize their employees' pay, or your hard-earned tax dollars, or anyone's hard-earned tax dollars. That's crony capitalism, and that needs to be fought at every turn. Yet, when you have something like minimum wage creep in, that doesn't just affect the Walmarts. That just doesn't just affect the people with billion-dollar profit margins. That affects little folks who are trying off of their own blood, sweat, and tears to do something out of passion, build a business in America, which is a place where you're supposed to be able to build a business in America. And because of big government interference, they're unable to do that. They can't up the price of what they're selling in a lot of situations, like a comic book store. The prices are printed on the covers of the comics. And this happened to a comic book store in San Francisco who are now getting effed by the minimum wage. We'll talk about this. And, well, I don't think we can find a solution in the amount of time we've got allotted here today, but it's worth shining a light on the predicament. Right now, though, let's roll through what remains of the news in our segment, My Witness News. Funkhauser, kindly continue with the events of today.
Okay.
Wait, I want people to realize what they're listening to.
They will. It's like one of those things that's just, oh, wow, look at that. That's awesome.
So good.
Going for a walk down
God.
Newsland. World
So
1, Level 1.
Giant mushrooms in the right way. What are we going to do about it?
Hit it with your head, man. Punch it out.
Coins.
Look at that. You're bigger now.
Let's jump on some turtles.
Watch out, though. They hit a wall. They come back at you.
Yeah, that's true. Go on.
An Oklahoma girl has a disease that keeps her from ever looking any older.
Yeah, not much is known about the disease other than it absolutely has not infected Lindsay Lohan. It's Lindsay. Oh, my God. It's actually, all joking about Lindsay Lohan aside, I think it's called Syndrome X. And everyone thinks this kid is a newborn when she is, in fact, like 2-3 years old. And it's a mystery. It's a medical mystery. People don't understand too much about it. But it's a really serious thing. It's a really serious, very interesting thing. But because it's so rare, I guess a lot of medical research and time hasn't been devoted to it. But it's really, really...
Seems like a fun disease to have, though. You don't age?
Well, yeah, but, you know, when you're a newborn...
Yeah,
that's
that's
not the best move. And that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, they're going to be like Gary Coleman. No, not like Gary Coleman. I think it amounts to some pretty serious problems moving down the road. So, I don't know. We wish them well. And we hope that medical science spends some time figuring out what, if anything, can be done about this particular situation, because it is incredibly rare, yet incredibly debilitating. What else?
Glue, glue. Glue, glue. A Colorado restaurant is under fire for holding White Appreciation Day, which is a day dedicated entirely to Caucasians.
Yeah, no word on how it differs from any other day in Colorado, where people are, for the most part, unbelievably white. It's interesting. Well, there's two things that are interesting about that. On the one hand, White Appreciation Day, I sort of don't understand why not. You know, like I don't get it, because, you know, this is a land of free speech, and as much
everybody
as I think
should have a day.
Yeah, well, I mean, you shouldn't come under fire for being, you know, like if people can be proud to be Mexican, if people can be, you know, as my Hispanic friends often say, I am brown and proud. Well, that's cool. Why can't we be white and proud then?
Because we screwed it up like 50, 60 years ago for a long time.
But I don't know.
We lost our points.
My people are great people for years. The Anglo-European folks have dominated the rest of the world, sometimes with whips and chains, and that's not cool, but we were a dominant color of skin. Why can't we have pride in that? Now, look, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think having pride in anything that involves winning a genetic lottery is the stupidest thing ever. You know, those I'm proud to be an American types? Yeah, shut up. If your sense of pride comes from the fact that you won a genetic lottery and were fortunate enough to be born an American, if that's what you get your source of pride from, then you are a loser of such epic and tragic proportions that I feel bad for you. I think having pride in your color of skin is the dumbest thing ever, no matter what color of skin that is. But then, I don't know, I'm not black, I'm not Hispanic. In no way, shape, or form have I ever been downtrodden for being white. I haven't. So, maybe there is a certain sense of pride that comes from having gotten to your place in the world without being white. I don't know, and I can't postulate. All I know is I would never be proud of being white, so I don't understand why anybody else would be proud of being any other color. But you know what? I haven't ever been any other color, so maybe there is a sense of pride to be derived from that. And who am I to talk about it? Well, I find the whole thing to be ridiculous. But I do think that, logically speaking, if you can be proud to be any other color on the face of the planet, why can't you be proud to be white? Hear me on this. I think it's an idiotic prospect, and I certainly get no sense of pride out of being white, but I don't know. Seems logical. Seems part of that whole sort of like free speech thing that we've got going on in America. I would imagine the people that run that Colorado restaurant that are holding White Appreciation Day are absolute effing idiots and morons and people that I wouldn't like to know personally, and I would probably spurn them as I would a rabid dog if I met them in the street. But, that's why we're allowed to have various chapters of the KKK around here. These rights that are given to us in America, they apply to everybody, not just the smart, enlightened people. Sadly, that's the thing about freedom. It has to apply to everyone. It's a freedom thing. And there's no way around stupid people doing stupid things with it. What else?
And that's why we can't have our own day.
Yeah, I guess so.
You done messed it up there.
Yeah. All right.
Grandpa.
Yeah, thanks, Pap. Go on.
According to a survey by a dating website, Irishmen are the world's sexiest.
Survey was taken. The sample group, the people surveyed, were people that have never been to a St. Patrick's Day.
My name's A.D., and I'm not too gangster, just a big mouth white boy prankster. Never been to jail, never shot a 9, never smack a hoe, but I know how to have a good time. I grew up in the suburbs, I went to private school. I stayed mostly out of trouble, mostly I obeyed the rules. Upper middle class, so you know I'm not down. Still taking over when I'm rocking this town. Put your hands up if you're loving this sound. I am the king, so I with the clown. Oh, I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. As a kid, I was sneaky, wrote graffiti on the walls. Krylon can in hand, tag bathroom stalls. That I'm down like A-OK. But my mom's Waldo was my gangster getaway. Bass, how low can you go? A white boy, what I crack a know. Once again, it is the incredible rhyme animal, near cannibal AD. Public enemy #1. Not really, but I like to fun like I could be one. But I never even held a gun, and I'm pretty sure I run if I ever even saw one. Oh, I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. What I do? Oh, let me tell you what's up. Just to be like you, I put that lean in my cup. Well, just a 2 teaspoons prescribed when I got a selfie head. But that's more than enough to make me dizzy and send me off to bed. Oh, hot damn, you know I got a plan. Party up, and I rock it like nobody else can. I'ma be what I'm gonna be, I'ma be me. Best me I can be, and you're gonna see. Oh, I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. Oh, I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands up in the air. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. I'm the king of the suburbs, yeah. I'm the king of the suburbs, baby. Throw your hands.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah. You've been talking about me for a long time.
So I think one of the things that separates us from other talk shows is the fact that, and you know what, Funkhauser and I would probably be much further in life. We'd probably have bigger houses and drive nicer cars if we were self-aggrandizing, self-important son of a bitches. But no, we just sort of like accept the fact that we're reasonably good at what we do, and we kind of make our way through lives as best we can. But we don't have that rampant, out-of-control ego that runs through most people in radio. And that means we are able to support, or just not even support, because it's not like Kimmel and Stern need our support. They're doing just fine. Thanks very much. But we can, I don't know, I think a lot of other people might be slow in terms of saying how much they admire other folks in radio, and that's not a problem we have. What happened yesterday that was so significant to us, Funkhauser?
It was pretty cool. I was listening to Stern yesterday, and Kimmel was on. He's in New York, and they're buddies. So Kimmel hung out throughout the whole show. You know, Stern does like 5 hours, and hung out. Alex Trebek was on. It was fascinating radio.
Wow,
it was very cool.
And Stern, like, how lucky is Jimmy Kimmel? Like, how lucky is Jimmy Kimmel? Only because, I mean, well, let's forget his career and everything. But I think, like, if you listen to Adam Carolla talk about Kimmel, he'll tell you that a big part of the reason Jimmy Kimmel got into show business was so he could do things like go fly fishing with Huey Lewis, his favorite musician of all time.
And he did that, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think he still does do that, and that's part of the reason why Jimmy does it, because he wants to, you know, kind of be a part of. Well, he wants to be able to meet the people that he looked up to, and he'd been a huge Stern fan for years, and he said something that I related to so much, where he'd just been an enormous Stern fan forever and ever. And so to get a chance to meet him and hang out with him and become his friend was like a big deal. But how lucky did he get being like this enormous Stern fan? And there's a lot of enormous Stern fans, but Stern kind of like met Kimmel at a time in his life where his therapist advised him, hey, you need a friend. You need a buddy. Like, you need someone who is similar to you, understands you, gets you, it comes from a similar place, and you really relate to, and you need to have a friend. And because Stern was told by his shrink that he needed to have a friend, this is the legend I've heard, and, you know, I could be way out of line, but I think what happened was Stern picked Jimmy Kimmel as his friend because his shrink was like, you need a friend. How lucky for Kimmel is that, you know, like, his idol was just like, hey, my shrink says I need a friend. You want to be it? And obviously they've got some legit stuff going on.
Yeah, well, you know, birds of a feather, right? And like Kimmel, it is super lucky for him. But he doesn't seem like he cares. Like, he didn't actively search out his friendship. I think that's how it works, you know? Like, no,
I don't think he was a desperate, clingy type of guy with it, but I think that it's
cool that they're just buds, you know?
Yeah. It's, you know, what's very interesting about it, Jerry Seinfeld, when he talks about why he got into comedy, he didn't have any goals or aspirations as far as, like, I want to be on TV or I want to be able to put this many people in the room. He just heard and found out that there was this group of people called comedians that he was just like, I wanted to be like them. I just wanted to be one of those people. You know, it had nothing to do with getting on stage and getting laughs. He just wanted to be that type of person. And I have to say, like, as much as I love radio and I love broadcasting and all that sort of stuff, really, I just, you know, same deal. I would sort of like meet radio folk or comedians or whoever out and about, and I'd be like, oh, that's, you know, the time they spend on stage is cool, but the time they spend hanging out talking, that's a club I want to be in. So it seems like that really worked out for Jimmy Kimmel.
Did you hear about the words that Seinfeld said about Kimmel? You know how Seinfeld never has anything bad to say about anybody?
Oh, what did he say about Kimmel?
He was on with Billy Bush, and you know how Kimmel's going to play a rerun of his show on the last day of Letterman?
Yeah.
Kimmel wanted to do like a slate, like just put up a message that says, go watch Letterman's last show, you know?
Yeah.
And he's doing a rerun, but Billy Bush asked Seinfeld about it. Seinfeld didn't, he's had some, I wish I had the sound clip, but he was not happy with how Kimmel was handling it. And he thought it was all not cool.
What, did he think that Kimmel should have had just a slate up saying, go watch Letterman?
Yeah, that's what... Well, see, Kimmel wanted to do that anyway, but the network wouldn't let him do that, so they agreed on doing a repeat.
Yeah.
And Seinfeld was like, I don't really like that idea. You know, I don't... It's kind of...
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, honestly, I think it's cool that he wanted to do something respectful. I understand what Seinfeld is saying. It's like you're putting a repeat on. It doesn't really, you know...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like wanting to put Slate on saying just go watch Letterman, that's cool. Wanting to, you know, and you'd probably get people tuning in just to see it, be like, oh my God, he really did it. How about that?
Comedy Central did that for the last Seinfeld episode.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know what, Jerry also comes from a different time where he had all the power. Like literally, I think he was offered he turned it down, but he was offered $100